welcome back to my channel, or welcome to my channel if you guys are new. Today's video is going to be a very fun video because I decided to go through my favorite products I have in my bridal makeup kit. This is my go-to staple products that I could not do any sort of bridal application without, so hopefully you guys really enjoy this. Also, I just wanted to address the fact that I'm feeling extra sassy today because I have in my hair extensions for the first time since my wedding. So in case you guys are wondering why I have a few more inches on my hair and it looks a little bit more voluminous than usual, that's why. I think I'm going to go in the order that I usually apply makeup to people's faces, so I'm going to start off with base products first. So first of all, I usually really like prepping people with a Mario Badescu lip balm here. It's basically just a really hydrating lip balm. It has a little bit of granules inside of it. I'm not exactly sure what they are, but they're really hydrating slash a little bit exfoliating. Mario Badescu makes some really awesome skincare for a really affordable price. I think this guy was maybe only like $6 or so. If you don't already have a lip balm in your kit, definitely think about adding one because it makes your life so much easier. You just want to make sure you put this on your clients before you even begin the application, kind of maybe when you're doing priming and prep steps and everything, and then by the end you'll basically have your lip balm soak in well enough that your client's lips will be super moisturized by the time you get to the lip products. I just really like this one just because it's not super thick or super heavy. It's super fast absorbing, but it also provides really good hydration. Next, I'm going on to two different primers that I really enjoy. So these are the Vitamin Rich Face Base by Bobbi Brown. This is actually a little sample size that I got with another purchase that I got on Bobbi Brown's website. It basically creates like a really smooth and hydrating base, and I really like it on mature skin as well. So in case you guys are doing mothers of the bride or grandmas or something like that, then this is really nice to be able to hydrate them and then not have anything settle into fine lines, just because it's also super blurring as well. Also keep in mind that the Vitamin Rich Face Base is kind of scented a little bit. It almost smells like a citrusy kind of smell. It shouldn't irritate your clients because it is a super light smell. It's not heavily fragranced or anything, but if you have any clients that are kind of sensitive to fragrances, maybe skip this. The next one I'm going to be talking about is the Tatcha Silk Canvas here. So the silk canvas from them actually comes normally in this tub, and it's just a thing that you scoop out, almost kind of like not like a putty, but it's almost like a solid, like almost like a balm sort of consistency. That one I don't like as much just because I have to physically scoop out the product and everything. So I like using the liquid version of this, and I just depotted it into this little dropper container, as you guys can see. I just like this primer because it creates a super smooth base. It's definitely a smoothing and blurring primer above all else, so it might not be super good for drier skin, but I have used it on drier skin and it didn't stick to any dry patches or anything, and it still made the foundation go on really well. I really like this one, and then if you guys really are looking for a hydrating base, then I would go with the Bobbi Brown one. Next, I'm going on to base makeup. So this can actually be used as a primer to your foundation, if that makes sense, but it kind of is marketed as a foundation in itself, which is kind of interesting. This is the Hollywood Flawless Filter by Charlotte Tilbury, and this one is in the shade 4, I believe. It's really suitable for my skin tone, so anything like light to medium skin tones, I feel like. It is mainly used as a mixture for your foundations, or you can also use it as a prep step before you go in with foundation. It does heavily cancel out any discoloration or hyperpigmentation that you have on your face, so I use it for color correcting the majority of the time. Don't know what magic they put in this bottle, but Charlotte Tilbury, you did it for real, because this stuff is amazing. I use this on every single one of my clients almost. I'll either mix in shade 1 or 4 because I feel like those are kind of the most universal on the skin tones that I tend to work on, and it creates such a smooth and even looking base. But I usually do this either mixing in with foundation, as I said before, or you can also use it alone as well, but usually just for time's sake I tend to mix it just so it kind of gets it all done in one step, so I don't have to keep layering things over top of everything. Okay, so the next step is foundation, and I think you guys saw this coming, but my favorite foundation that I found so far for brides is the Face Atelier foundation. So what I really like about this foundation is that it is silicone based and not water or oil based. Silicone based means that it basically kind of grips onto your skin a little bit better and adheres a little bit better, so it's really good for longevity. Most of the time airbrush makeup's actually silicone based, so this one is basically like airbrush makeup in a liquid form, which is really nice. So this guy is the Pro foundation size, so it literally is probably about maybe a little bit shorter than my hand by 2 inches, and it's super compact, it's plastic, They definitely thought of everything to be able to have it lightweight for makeup artists to carry around in their kits. The other thing I really like about this foundation too is that they have foundation mixers. I think I'm missing 2 of them. I have the Zero shade, which is white, and then I have Heat, and then I have Blaze here. So Heat is just a yellow tone right here, and then Blaze is obviously a red one. So in case somebody has a little bit more pink undertones, you can mix a little bit of this guy in. Again, these all are super concentrated, so you literally will need like literally a dropper size portion of this to mix in with your foundations. And then if you use the yellow shade, then that's obviously if somebody has a warmer undertone and maybe the foundation's a little bit too pink, then you can mix a little bit of this guy in. And then obviously the white shade / Zero shade is to lighten up any foundation that is a little bit too dark for your client's skin tone. Alright, so moving on to another one of my favorite face products. This is actually a liquid highlighter. So I again depotted this into a dropper container, but this is the Cover FX Custom Enhancer Drops. And these are so pretty. I just have one shade because I find this pretty universal for all skin tones, but I probably will get maybe one like a little bit lighter. But this is in the color Sunlight. There are a couple of shades darker than this one and then a couple of shades lighter than this one, but this is kind of like a medium tone, I feel like. This is a step that you go in with when you're doing all of your cream products and all of your liquids. You obviously want to get all those out of the way before you even go in with powders. I usually like doing it with a sponge and just kind of like pressing it right on the high points of the face. And so then when you go in with your actual highlighter, it makes it pop and it's so pretty. I like this a lot just for giving like a soft glow kind of within and everything. Just liquid highlighters make the skin look so natural and they look like they're naturally sun-kissed as opposed to you just having like a beaming highlight all over your face and it just looks really chunky. It also dries down super quick, so you kind of have to work with it a little bit faster. But yeah, once you get it on and blend it out, it's really pretty. Next, I'm going on to a couple of setting powders that I really like. This kind of depends on your preference, whether you like loose or pressed powders, but the first one that I'm going to be talking about is the Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Flawless Finish Powder. This one is definitely one of my favorites. I just ran out of the medium and the dark shade, so I'll have to refill them. So this is the light shade right now. They come in like a normal compact and everything. I love the gold packaging, by the way, that Charlotte Tilbury does. If you guys don't have their products, they're amazing. I would love to have a kit just with Charlotte Tilbury products because how aesthetically pleasing would that be if you open up your makeup bag and all of it's like rose gold. I really like these powders because the formula is so good. Like the formula is so good. Charlotte Tilbury and her team formulated the most stunning pressed powder I think I've ever seen. It's so finely milled, it's so soft when you dip into it. So if you guys have not tried out the Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Flawless Finish powders, definitely check them out because they're incredible. So if you guys prefer a loose powder as opposed to a pressed powder, the Huda Beauty powders, they're the Easy Bake baking powders. I can't believe how awesome these powders are. They just definitely have a little bit more of like a perfumey kind of scent. So if you have clients that are really sensitive to fragrances, don't use this on them. I would definitely stick to the Charlotte Tilbury one, but they basically have the same effect to them. So if you guys are looking for a really good loose powder, I would definitely go to the Huda Beauty ones. Between the two powders right here, you literally have a winning combo. You definitely want to make sure that you have a very light hand when you apply this. I wouldn't like bake per se like how it's intended to be used. You can do it like that, but I just prefer not to do baking methods just because it can look kind of heavy. Alright, so now moving into eyes. This is the last category I'm going to cover for today, but the thing that I really like a lot for eyeshadow is eyeshadow primers or eyeshadow bases. So these guys have definitely been hyped up within the last like several years by Nikki Tutorials. She discovered the P. Louise bases right here. I do have 3 different shades all together. I have Rumor 0.5, 04, and 02. What's different about this eyeshadow base, besides other eyeshadow primers, is that you don't set it with any sort of powder before you go in with your eyeshadows. Weird concept, I know. But you don't set it at all. You basically just use like patting motions, almost kind of like a stippling motion with your brush, and you just start patting in the eyeshadow and then slowly blend it out afterwards. Doing this technique, it ensures that you'll have the most pigmented eyeshadow of your life. P. Louise definitely made a really solid eyeshadow base, and you guys should definitely check it out. They are based in the UK, so you do have to pay a pretty hefty shipping cost to get them here, but Morphe does sell them on their website, so if you guys are from the United States, that's where I get mine from. Next, I want to cover eyeshadows. So these two are basically the same product, but in a liquid and a powder form. So these are both from Stila. They are the Stila Kitten eyeshadow range. So this one is the powder version of it. Your brides most of the time will want a very champagne neutrally kind of tone, and this is like the ultimate bridal color. And then I do also have it in a liquid version as well. This is part of the Shimmer and Glow line. What's really nice about shimmer eyeshadows is that they're so sparkly and so pretty and so intense, and they dry down completely. So they're basically like a more intensified version of the powder formulas. Sometimes I use this as a base first and then go in with a loose pigment, and it's so stunning. Like, I'm just a sucker for glitter. I'm literally a glitter person at heart. Anything that's like this perfect rose gold shimmery tones, I'll buy like every single one of them because I'm a sucker for shimmer tones. The next thing I want to get into is pigments. These are my all-time favorite bridal staples. I don't think I can do a single bridal application without doing some sort of loose pigment because, as we stated before, I'm a sucker for glitter. I like things that are shiny, so these are right up my alley. Anyways, I just wanted to start off with some pigments that I recently found that a lot of you probably have owned by now, but I just jumped on the bandwagon. I just got these two Anastasia pigments, and they are a dream come true. They're so finely milled and they go on really nicely. In the past, I was a matte girl, so I'm very partial to MAC pigments, but these have totally changed my mind. I love Anastasia's pigments now after trying these two. So Sand looks like this. It's just a lighter goldy champagne sort of tone. And then I do also have the color Crystal. It's almost like a iridescent white kind of color with a little bit of a pink shift. So this one's really nice for the brides who really want a bright, intense, sparkly lid. This one definitely is not for the faint of heart. It goes on very bright. So if you guys, again, really have a bride that wants to get glam, this is definitely going to be your best friend. It also makes a really nice inner corner highlight. And then the other two staples that I have for pigments are my MAC pigments. The smaller container is called English Gilt. It actually is a limited edition color through MAC. It's like a taupey sort of color, so it's a little bit more cool toned than the other ones. It's definitely not like a champagne color, but it's a really pretty neutral taupe color, and I really think the color is stunning. I wish they would make it permanent because I'd totally buy a full size one of these. And then the other one that's the permanent collection is the tan one. This is a deeper rose gold color. I mean, it's a true rose gold. I feel like if somebody wants a very like natural but sparkly bronze kind of look, tan is definitely the go-to color. Alright everyone, so that is it for my bridal staples video. I really love all these products again that I mentioned. I could not do my job as a bridal makeup artist without any of one of these products in my arsenal. Let me know if you guys have tried out any of these products, if you guys like them. If you don't, what are your preferences in your bridal makeup kits? Let me know. I love to exchange product ideas and everything, and of course try a whole bunch of other different products that I may not have heard of before. So definitely leave those in the comments down below. As always, if you guys really enjoyed this video and really like my channel, don't forget to like and subscribe, as well as hitting that notification bell, and that will notify you of every single video I upload. I hope you guys are having an amazing day, and I will talk to you guys in my next video. Alright, bye!